How's it going, everyone? This is Christian Page with Music Lovers Anonymous, back again for the second episode of the Music Lovers Anonymous podcast. Excuse me. And
Good job.
returning with me for the second episode is Mr. Zane, otherwise known as Omnexius. Say hello, Zane.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been kind of the stuff,
mumbling,
yeah.
mumbling. Zane.
I did that intentionally.
I figured you did, but go ahead and remind everyone your musical background and what you do and all that jazz.
Yeah, so as aforementioned, my name is Omnexius, and I am an EDM producer. I've had backgrounds in metal bands before, and I guess for almost 2 years now, I've been making EDM style music, specifically more focused on drum and bass. But yeah, that is me.
All right, and also joining me today, I have the most Bala person I know, Mr. Amit Bala.
How you guys doing?
So, Amit, tell everyone what instruments you play and how long you've been playing and all that stuff.
Well, I've been playing the piano for about some 12 years now, and other than that, I picked up the guitar and bass guitar about a year ago, teaching myself. I'm part of the band Daybreak. We actually have a performance coming up this Friday, and I am also part of the Cleveland High Jazz Band as the piano player.
All right, and if you don't know who I am Christian Page. I've played in a couple different bands, the only successful one really being my band, The Ladies and Gentlemen, but that might be changing soon. We'll get to that in just a second. And I play string instruments, because once you learn guitar, you can learn pretty much any string instrument. So I play guitar, bass, the upright bass, mandolin, and violin, and that's pretty much it. I do a little bit of singing, and if you want to know anything else about me, all my links will be in the description, along with the links for Zane's stuff. And Amit, you don't have any links as far as I'm aware of. Do you have links?
I have a link to I have a link to my Twitter page where I have where I make very funny comments about miscellaneous things.
All right, I'll put your Twitter page in the comment or in the description. So
Sounds great.
Be sure to check all of us out. And without further ado, let's get to our first topic. And what did I want to do for my first? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about vinyl for our first topic, because vinyl is great music. I mean, this is something a lot of people don't get when they talk about vinyl, is that you have to have good speakers to really bring out the qualities of a good vinyl record. Because
Or else it just sounds like bacon frying on a pan. That sounds like.
basically just lots of sizzling, lots of pops, lots of cracks. I've been collecting records for years now, and I'm just now getting to the point where I've got a good speaker to go with my record player. And it's not even a good record player yet. I don't have a really good record player to go with those speakers. But even still, it sounds amazing. Like, for instance, I was listening to my Postal Service record. It's Giving Up by the Postal Service. And something I never even noticed. There are sound effects and pops and little parts of that song that make it so much more rich. Like, the sound is so much more rich. It adds to it, and I didn't even know these sounds existed when I had listened to this record on regular speakers or on the condensed MP3 file. It's something you can only experience by listening to it through vinyl and a good speaker.
Yeah, vinyl really brings out those, especially those mid-range frequencies that are kind of crushed when in post-equalizing. You really don't hear those on too many other forms of, listening to music, any other ways of listening to music. But on vinyl, you really hear those like mid-range, like small frequencies, like you were talking about. I've kind of noticed that, as well as those higher frequencies up near 10,000 hertz.
Definitely. That's why I really want to... were you going to say something, Amit?
I was just going to say that I think listening to vinyl records, it just brings out the authenticity in the music. Like, when I usually think of vinyl records, I think of that old 70s, 80s, 60s rock and roll, the blues, the jazz. It just brings out the quality of the sound and what the music really stands for. That's just, I guess, the quality you don't get, I guess, in some forms when you convert that music to like digital and other forms. You just don't get that feel to it anymore.
Exactly, and that's why some of the most popular new artists that are able to sell actual vinyl records are artists like the Black Keys, or the Shins, or Jack White.
Exactly, they're trying to bring back that old time sound to them. Just trying to bring out the glory days of vinyl.
They really are, and if you ask, in my opinion, they're doing a wonderful job of it. I mean,
they are.
Except for Jack White's new album, which is too complicated to get to play. It was a great idea. For those of you that don't know, he double-tracked his grooves, so you're supposed to be able to listen to the song, or to the first side all the way through, and then play it backwards. Like the needle will go from the center to the end, and play a different set of songs. However,
Wow.
it doesn't work. If it does work, I can't get it to.
Messy in practice.
But the album is super good. If you haven't checked it out, it's Lazaretto. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
I'd have to say my favorite track off that is probably Highball Stepper. That one's just a great one. It kind of combines like the Western feel, and then if you've ever seen like the music video for it, it just brings out all the great parts in music, and I just love it.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't say what my favorite track off of that album is.
I have this super bad habit when I listen to vinyl. And I just listen to it all the way through. Like I'm listening intently, but I never check what song it's on, so I never know what song is my favorite. Excuse me.
Yeah. But you know what I really wish should come back? Hearing electronic music on vinyl. I really wish that would come back. Because that was a huge thing, of course, in Britain in the 90s, you know. You go and make your drum and bass track, and then you go and you give it to the record company and say, "Oh, press this shit." And they're like,
think about DJs. I mean, the whole what's the term, Zane? What's the term I'm looking for where you move the vinyl on the record?
Yeah, you're scratching.
That's what I thought. I was going to say that, but I thought I was wrong. But the whole concept of scratching a record has really gone out. And I think that was one of the coolest things. And you would take electronic records, and that's what you would do with them. I would go to a show where someone did that.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You see like a lot of DJs these days just producing their stuffs. I mean, I know, Zane, you do that too, but... like, it's still great to go and see that the DJs are working with the actual vinyl records and mixing straight. That's why, I used to like a lot of the stuff from people like Grandmaster Flash and Jazzy Jeff, just how they would mix with the vinyl records.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead, Zane.
Interruptions everywhere. Hooray.
Interruptions for days.
Yeah, well, a lot of producers would get old breaks from records too. Like I was listening to this recently. I was listening to this BBC interview. Well, it was a BBC radio documentary on the Amen break, where this little drum solo from the track Amen Brother by oh crap, I can't remember the name of the band, but it's the band called Amen Brother. I mean, excuse me. This track called Amen Brother, they took this 6-second drum solo, and it basically created the subgenre that is drum and bass. It created an entire culture. It's basically the reason why electronic music is the way it is today. It made that kind of track, and it came from just sampling vinyl, and it's just stuff you really don't see stuff like that anymore.
While we're on the topic of sampling, this is actually something you taught me about, Zane, and I've been noticing a shift in it. Artists that give vocal tracks for either electronic songs or hip hop songs or whatever, they're starting to get a lot more credit for what they do. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Like her name's escaping my mind off the top of my head. But the female vocalist for Tech Nine's song "Fragile," Megan Kendall, I want to say. I'm sure that's wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up right now.
Yeah, ditto.
But
Tech Nine.
I looked her up, and she has virtually
Kendrick Lamar.
No, Kendrick.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good job, Zane. Good job. It's not Mayday
wow.
either.
That made my day, Zane. Thank you.
I'm kidding. It's Kendall Morgan. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had it backwards. But I looked her up, and she has virtually no independent music out there, at least as far as I could search for. So that means this is her really big first shot, and it's from basically from a producer aspect as an extra for a song. And this is exactly how Sam Smith got his start. He was the vocalist for one of Disclosure's tracks. Was it Money? I want to say Money on My Mind. I'm pretty sure that's the right song. If you didn't know, I wrote an article about Sam Smith for Control Lit magazine. You can look them up on their website. They've also got a Tumblr. And if you want to learn more about Sam Smith, I wrote a lot there. It was too long. But that's how he got his start. That's what really put him on the map. He got credited in that song, and currently, right now, he is number 6 or number 7 on the top 10 chart for the USA.
So really quoting Drake to say started from the bottom, now he's here. And coming around that similar genre, Skylar Grey, I believe it's her name.
Mm-hmm.
She had her start on that song with Dr. Dre and Eminem a few years back, I Need a Doctor. So she had her start then, and then she just kept making her way up. She was featured on several tracks like that. And I remember, I guess when she gained a lot of mainstream fame came from one of her songs with Eminem. And I guess like Sam Smith, they all build their way up from being featured. It's like little samples to be moving themselves up.
I hate to correct you on that, Amit, but that was I Need a Doctor by Dre, and I believe it was Eminem featuring Dre. I could be very wrong on that, but that and the other one, what was the other song? Zane, help me.
It was Bicycle, I think.
No,
Was it Bicycle? No.
It was one of his really popular ones. I'm gonna have to sing it. I can't think of the name. I'm drawing a blank. It is the one with Rihanna. Love the Way You Lie. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
They actually bought that clip from Skylar Grey. She wrote that song before Eminem produced it or rapped it or whatever. I don't know the terms for that.
There was another one that I was thinking of. It's called "Come On, Let Me Ride." It was one. It was, I guess it was playing on the original Bicycle Race that Freddie Mercury wrote for Queen, and
Really?
it was a play with Eminem and Skylar Grey. It was popular a couple years back. That's the one I was.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, yeah.
It was popular a couple years back. It was kind of bringing back to the older Eminem of making fun of everybody.
But
Yeah.
she actually did a lot of stuff with Eminem. If I recall correctly, which slightly a big if.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
while we're talking on hip hop and rap, how about we talk about some of our favorite underground rap artists that we don't think get enough attention? So how about you start us off, Zane?
Sage Francis, I don't think gets
Yes.
enough attention.
He was on my list.
I agree.
Say that dude is like so. I'll go ahead and openly admit it. I'm not the biggest fan of hip hop and rap, but Sage Francis, man, that dude's awesome. But yeah, let's see. What else?
What was that
Um,
band or that group you showed me? They're English, like We Kings, We the Kings,
oh yeah, yeah. Kings of the City.
Kings of the
Yeah.
City. That's what it is.
Unfortunately, very unfortunate. Their lead singer. Oh God, was that a year ago that their lead singer Danny Wilder passed away? So they are only going to put out one album before they disband because they didn't want to go on without him because he was kind
Right.
of like the center of the band. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I don't think they got enough attention at all. In fact, I think the most of their attention came from a remix that Muzzy did of I can't remember. She did two remixes. One was extremely popular of I can't remember it,
You can do it,
but
Zane.
yeah, those two. I need to remember with the power of Google. Make Me Worse. Yeah, of Muzzy's remix of Make Me Worse. Yeah, really made them popular, and I don't think they got enough attention while they lasted at
All
all.
right. All right, Amit. What about you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to agree with Zane on Sage Francis for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, about a year back in school, one of my teachers, my English teacher, she introduced us to Sage Francis, and just from then, it just took off. Like every once in a while, she gave us a Sage Francis poem to analyze, and those times were. I hate to be cheesy here, but those were the best of times.
You stop that.
Reference.
For those of you that
References.
don't know, Sage Francis's main really popular song that he has is "The Best of Times," which that was one of the first raps that I ever memorized from front to back, start to finish, whatever the terminology you want to use is. But yeah, Sage Francis is high on my list. I really like anyone from the label he set up. I'm pretty sure he set this label up. It has the same initials as him. It's Strange Famous. And it's just a bunch of
Yes, Strange Famous record.
underground hip hop artists. A lot of them are extremely political as well. Off the top of my head, I can think of B. Dolan, which is he does a lot of stuff about police brutality. And it's just
yeah.
strange
And
stuff
others-
like that.
Others like Curtis Plum, Cecil Otter.
And while we're talking about underground hip hop labels, this one's not so underground. Rhyme Sayers. You've got a lot of good guys on this label. You got Atmosphere. You got POS. I'm drawing blanks now. I used to be able to name just lists of guys, but if you're into hip hop, you should look into these guys because they are phenomenal. But yeah, there's them. Of course, I gotta say Watsky because
Watsky.
is amazing.
because
I
Watsky
wasn't-
raps
I
fast.
wasn't sure. Like I was waiting for one of you two to say Watsky because I wasn't really sure if he still considered underground.
He has definitely
No,
gotten
you're
a lot of
totally wrong.
attention lately.
Yes, he has the attention he deserves.
Hey Zane, should I bust out some of my fast Watsky?
Oh, dude, do it.
Kids, the moral of the story is, kids, stick with your music and you will get far. Moral of the story.
You stop it, Amit. Another one of Watsky's songs,
Oh.
but basically Watsky got famous off his video of Pale Kid Raps Fast, which was a hit on Reddit. Thumbs up to Reddit. And but
Thumbs up to Reddit. Upvote to Reddit.
yeah. But I'm gonna do a quick piece from which I'm gonna do Funny Faces. I'm gonna do the second verse of Funny Faces. Are you ready? Everybody been in it 20 and can't get it for a minute and chilling, but you're tardy, it's why. I hit the building and I killing and I hit the pretty people with my party trick eye. Think I'm gonna walk out of the door, hop in my DeLorean, and I'm gonna soar. Except this is Subaru, and I'm yelling hooty hoo, hanging out the window like a Marty McFly. Fly with the chickens in the buck and the squawky, get obnoxious, cause your ears bok bok, but I'm not gonna wanna talk shop, but to put a sock in if you got a cock block and be toxic or not, cause all you wanna do is rock and be rock, cause I'm not gonna ever stop if you think I'm chop liver in the crock pot, cause I am a boss hog and I'm on the top spot, and I got this. Ran out of breath on that.
We got it down. Definitely got it down.
I've been working on that one for a while. I'm actually working on a mix of that song and Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz.
Oh
That I
boy,
bet would sound amazing.
But,
that would sound pretty cool.
yeah, as soon
It
as
would.
I'm finished with that, I'll be sure to post it on SoundCloud and let you guys know. But we are around the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to get... Actually, Amit, you got to go soon, so I'm going to move on to our next planned topic, which is the project we're going to be working on soon. So it's going to be a new band. It's going to be me, Amit, and Zane. And basically, I'm calling it electropunk right now, but there's no saying what genre it's actually going to be. I'm going to be singing and playing guitar. Amit's going to be over on bass. And Zane is going to be working the drums and electronic sound effects, whatever we need, from a launch pad.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to do some live shows, which will be super awesome. We'll probably post some videos of that. And
It's gonna be a blast.
what are you guys' thoughts
It's
and
definitely
opinions
gonna
on
be
that?
fun to make. Zane,
Sorry,
go
say
ahead.
that again.
What are your guys'
Go
thoughts and
ahead, Zane.
opinions on that?
You guys keep there's lag, so you every time like you both keep talking over each other every time.
Okay, thoughts and opinions. Amit, go.
My thoughts and opinions. I think it's cool. I think it's very innovative. I think I've never actually thought about the concept of like an electro punk band, but coming this together, I mean, some of the ideas that Christian has fed me, they just sound really great, and they
Make it sound like I'm
combine both
brainwashing
the
you.
elements of electro.
Yeah. So
They combine the
I've
best
heard-
elements of electro and punk, which both two of my favorite genres right there.
Mm-hmm. And so far, all we
Yeah.
really have planned are
So
3 covers. And we're going to be doing Mutiny by Pendulum, House of the Rising Sun
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one.
who even originally wrote that? I have no idea. That's
The Animals, I believe, were the most famous.
yeah, the Animals is the most known version of it, but I doubt they actually wrote it. I don't know about that though. I've looked into that and I can't tell.
Song. been a
Secretly,
folk
no
song
one wrote the
for-
song, and it's just been covered for eternity.
Yeah, like Voodoo Child.
Yeah.
And what's the third song? Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So that's going to be one hell of a mix. Hope you all are excited about it. We're really excited about it. Hope we can start getting you some stuff soon. And
Yeah.
Amit, do you have any more time with us today?
I do not. So all I want to say, leave you listeners off with is thanks for inviting me on the show. I hope to be back soon. Hope to start making that electro-punk music soon with you guys. And just, you guys remember, listeners, music is important to our lives every day, and we should take time to be thankful for all that music has done for us. And I will be out for the night. Thank you guys for
Damn,
having me
Amit,
on
that was
the
deep.
show.
Dude, that's deep is like the deep.
Deep Purple!
Dun, 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 dun. All right, well, you have a good night, Amit.
All right, thank you guys. You too.
Peace out. And so,
Peace.
Zane, now we're going to get
Yeah.
on to my 30-minute mark topic, which this is probably going to start being a regular thing here on the podcast. We'll probably do it every month. And we're going to look over the
Throw up a
top 10
graphic.
songs or the top 10 on the charts right now, and just thoughts and opinions on it. So if you don't know the top 10 off the top of your head, which you probably don't, coming in at number 1, we have All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor.
Of course. No trouble.
No trouble. And at number 2, we have Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. 3, we have Anaconda, Nicki Minaj. 4, we have Black Widow with Iggy Azalea featuring Rita Ora. 6, we have Stay With Me by Sam Smith. 7, we have Break Free, Ariana Grande. 8th, we have Maps by Maroon 5. 9th, we have Rude by Magic. And coming in at the 10 spot, we have Boom Clap by Charlie XCX. And I messed up somewhere
Okay,
because
can you link me to that? Because
I messed up somewhere because there's supposed to be Bang Bang by Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj. That was supposed to be somewhere, and I don't think I put it in the right spot. Did I say it? But
yeah,
let me link you that page. And the link is being sent. But
right,
the first thing I want to point out about this list is how many powerful female artists there are on it. I mean,
who don't need no man.
Exactly. We've got Meghan Trainor, whose song is about being confident with yourself, basically. I don't know why the chorus is there, just to make it catchy.
Yeah.
We got Taylor Swift, who has been looked upon as a female idol in the media for a very long time. We got Nicki Minaj. We got Iggy Azalea, which are both two female rappers, which is very hard to come across in today's day and age. We got Ariana Grande. We got Jessie J. Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj again. And I'm assuming Charlie XCX is a female. I don't know that song.
Yeah, is that Charlie XC? Who is Charlie XC? Is that I'll be
If
honest,
you know who that is, like, comment, and subscribe.
Of course.
But those are some powerful women in the media today. And that's what? 8 out of the top 10?
Yeah, which is pretty. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's phenomenal, if you ask me. I mean, you always hear about what the stupid guys do. And
yeah,
we're so affected by these powerful women in the media, and I feel like that's actually come a long way from music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
From the probably very sexist rock ages.
Yeah, most definitely.
Up to now, so I think that's a pretty big movement. Secondly, it's not that I hate pop music. I just specifically do not like a lot of these songs.
Yeah, most specifically, I'll be honest. Like the only thing I like on this list so far is "Rude" by Magic.
Same with me.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't like about that bass is how the chorus has absolutely nothing to do with the verses, and the music for it is good. I think it is a really good idea, but I think the media has killed it by how much it's been overplayed, and I can't listen to it another time.
Oh God.
Yet again, a perfectly good song has been ruined by it being overplayed.
Yep.
Shake It Off by Taylor Swift is just...
It's new Taylor Swift. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't listened to Taylor Swift after she went off the country kind of phase, and I listen to it now, and it's just like, what Taylor, what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly it. To be completely honest, I like this new Taylor Swift more than I did the old one.
Really?
But that's just saying how much I really didn't like the old Taylor Swift.
See, I didn't mind the old Taylor Swift as much.
I really did. I did not like her. I was not a fan.
Not a fan.
But yeah, it's definitely something new. I'm interested to see where she's going to go from here, because that is definitely a major change. And while I do not like her personally, she is an important figure in the media, and it's going to have an impact, I think.
Yeah, most definitely.
I just like Taylor Swift's battle with John Mayer in song.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Have you heard both Dear John and John Mayer's rebuttal with Paper Doll?
I've heard Paper Doll, but I've not heard the other one, but I heard about that kind of conflict. It was yeah.
I actually did an analysis of the two songs and trying to see who won. That was one of the first articles I wrote for my Tumblr. John Mayer won.
Of course.
I mean, I said at the very beginning of that article that I was very biased. That's one of the first things I said, but I did try to keep unbiased and go specifically by like the quality of lyrics, the literary devices, the type of music they did, what kind of variation they had. I had a whole rubric laid out, and it's not like I was just like going willy-nilly on it. I did do my best to stay unbiased, and John Mayer still won.
Yeah.
But talking about Rude by Magic, I've been noticing a lot more reggae coming into the pop scene, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be a little fad, like how that whole funk thing was with Daft Punk and Robin Thicke and Chromeo tried to get on that train, but they didn't quite make it.
Yeah. One, and I'm noticing too. Magic is Canadian, right?
Are they?
Yeah, they're from Toronto.
You know what? They're the second Canadian reggae band I've heard. The other one,
and it's reggae slowly. I'm noticing it's slowly becoming less and less of a Caribbean only thing. It's and the style is kind of changing. Almost.
Come here,
We're starting
UB40.
to see- Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it is definitely becoming a more popular thing in pop culture nowadays. The other song I was mostly referencing for that was the I'm Ready dance track with the SpongeBob, and I believe that was by AJR, the AJR
that was
brothers.
by AJR with the SpongeBob sample in there. Yeah.
I really hate that song.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan either. The song would have been fine if they I don't know.
You know what? Actually, this is talking about this song is a good segue into theory, because one of the things that AJR did, especially in their music video, was appeal to the internet.
Really, I haven't seen the music video for it, so
The music video is basically one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, we're playing a live show, and everyone shares it on the social media, and it goes viral and stuff, and people are playing like their YouTube videos that are like just them lip syncing to the song.
okay.
But it's stuff like they appealed to every corner of the internet when they chose the videos for that song or created the videos for that song. I mean, there was a girl in a Homestuck t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
There was a guy playing cello in an old lady cardigan. Like,
I might have to see this music video. This seems interesting.
and these are things that will do well on the internet. I mean, the Homestuck fans are rabid.
Yeah.
Not to talk trash, but they are very enthusiastic. And
Yes, most definitely.
if they see someone wearing a Homestuck t-shirt on a music video, when Homestuck is already something that will appeal to 90s children, and it's got a cartoon sample from that 90s children all enjoy,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to do very well. And that's part of theory, and it's part of appeals, just like you would for a literary essay. That's how I think of it. What are they doing to make the listener like this song?
It's just fine. Crap. Never mind.
You were close.
I hate when I do that. I literally just call them Zaneisms, where I fail halfway through the sentence and I just give up.
I do that from time to time too.
But yeah, that's just fine marketing, you know.
And that's where I think a lot of up and coming artists are coming short. Because
Yeah.
they don't have a way to relay it to the media. There's not a way to make it incredibly marketable.
Yeah. It's so that's kind of the thing. It's like these indie artists almost kind of want to well, not specifically indie, but just new up and coming artists just want to kind of like they want to focus on the music, get to the roots. Yeah, it should be all about the music and that when it's unfortunately what's unfortunate because this is a world where you need to focus more on marketing and less on music. Hence stuff like
Taylor
the
Swift.
yeah, and like Turned Down for What that was so popular a little while
I
back.
absolutely love that song still.
Uh,
Maybe it's because I don't listen to the radio. I normally just listen to CDs, but I still
I don't
love
listen to the
Turned
radio
Down
either.
for What. You know what? Last time we did a podcast,
we we referenced Turned Down for What.
so many times, and that was months ago.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was annoying at first, and then I liked it in a joking manner, and now I thoroughly enjoy it.
I don't know. I can't ever really like trap music unless if like, okay, so I can count. Well, I know exactly how many trap songs I like. There are exactly 3 songs of the genre that is trap that I like, and that is Throwdown by Fox Stevenson, Walkers by Stephen Walking, and God, I can't remember who's all part of this, but it's my buddy Apato made a song called Frostbite with I need to look it up.
Do it.
With Alibi and Trod. He wrote a song called Frostbite, and he did a bunch of orchestral stuff with it, and it sounded amazing. And
Right.
honestly, those are the only 3 trap songs I like. It's just I don't dig it.
I'm not
into
big
trap.
into trap either. It was sort of cool when it came out, but now it's just so overdone. I can't listen to another trap song.
That and Big Room. Oh man. Yeah. Like when Animals was popular.
Uh-huh. But I'm really excited about the up and coming dream pop.
Yeah, Dream Pop. I really blah. Did it again. Yeah, I'm really excited about this new Dream Pop thing coming. Just like I really think this could take off and go somewhere.
Or as the British
That's what
college
it-
students call it, shoegaze.
Oh yeah. Shoegazing music.
That is essentially the same thing, right? I was a bit confused on the definitions because dream pop
Well-
kept referring me to shoegaze and shoegaze kept referring me to dream pop, but I'm not sure if they're actually the same thing.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think shoegazing music is more towards the psychedelic rock.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, towards the psychedelic rock genre, and dream pop is more atmospheric.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of dream pop, and anyone who looks at my Tumblr from time to time, you'll probably see me posting a dream pop song.
Yeah, dream pop's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Did I actually have anything else? Oh, since we're talking about electronic music, Zane, and this is
Yeah.
going to be mostly you talking right now. The similarities between dubstep and metal.
Yes, the good old comparison to that. So I love when they make comparisons to dubstep and metal because, honestly, there's it's that, like, when you listen to most hard EDM subgenres, whether it be dubstep or electro or drum, well, yeah, sure, drum and bass or drum step or glitch hop or something or moombacore or something like that. It's always something that's very driving, or at least the hardcore stuff. It again, it varies from song to song, but you find that a lot in metal. You find that driving stuff in metal, and so I was listening to Rogue's remix of one of the Bring Me the Horizon songs, and I was noticing it's like, wow, these two genres go really well together. And then I started listening to more of Zardonic stuff, and what for those of you who haven't listened to Zardonic, what he does is he takes drum and bass and metal and puts them and I was listening to a lot of, and then that made me listen to Cell Dweller and then Seamless and yeah, and I'm noticing they just fit well together because the basic concept is the same. Just shred your face off. And so, yeah, so what I've found mostly is electro like electro house and metal, more well specifically complextro and metal go really well together because electro is very grooving, you know. Even though it has that very square 4/4 kind of beat to it, it goes really well with metal elements because you know it has that repetitive drivingness that really it's like
The throbbing beat.
Yeah, that throbbing beat that it's like taking a sledgehammer and pounding it into your head and loving it.
Just
Yeah, it's those two have a lot of similarities going together, but surprisingly, I don't see much outside of like Seamless, Cell Dweller, Zardonic. I don't see much of that, and I know there's probably a lot more metal EDM fusions out there that I'm not seeing. But I want to see more. I want to see more of that because those are my two favorite genres of music, and seeing them bridge is just, oh, it's like butter on toast. You stick it in your mouth and you eat, and it's delicious. But yeah,
I can see a mumble coming on. Don't do it, Zane.
no, I'm not gonna mumble. No.
All right, so
No.
and that's what's really exciting about our electropunk group, because we're gonna be incorporating a lot of that throbbing elements, a lot of that punchy elements, and we're gonna combine it with the ever punchy punk and whatever else we really feel fit, from the rock genre to whatever else. I mean, we're calling it electropunk, but it could really be anything. We're gonna be experimenting with a lot of rock and a lot of different electronica genres. And
yeah, I was really hoping to put in some complextro elements to it and stuff, as well as maybe some old school drum and bass elements where we like maybe take a few breaks and chop them up and have some of those like really hard kind of bass lines and stuff. Maybe add some old school drum and bass elements to that, and I think that'd be really cool. And yeah, just we will do.
We shall do.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a blast. It's gonna be
It really is. I am so excited to start working on that. I do have some songs partially written. I've got lyrics written. I've got riffs written. So we should be able to start working on some serious production of music soon.
Yeah.
All right, and I believe that's everything I had planned for today. Yep, that's just about it. I can't tell how long we've been recording for because my recording software tells me how many bars we've been recording. So, without further ado, thank you all for coming out and listening this long. If you've actually stayed this long, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more events, more podcasts. You can see videos from us. You can see some of my solo stuff that I do from time to time. I'll leave the links for Zane in the channel. I'll link Ahmed's Twitter in the channel. I'll link all my jams in the channel.
Jams.
All my jams. And I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for coming out.
Yeah. See you guys.
Zane, would you like to give a deep statement like Amit did?
Wet birds don't fly at night.
And there you have it, folks. Have a nice night. We're recording this at 10 at night, so
Hooray.
If it's nighttime where you are, good night. If it's daytime where you are, good morning or good noon, or have a nice evening.
If you're on the moon, how the fuck did you get there?
And yeah, we are out of here.
All right, later.